Some hashtags will help you grow your Instagram profile, while others can even get your account blocked. Find out which ones right inside the video. Hey guys, it's Chia from Brand24, and I am back with a couple more Instagram hashtag tips for you. So last week we talked about how to find the best Instagram hashtags to grow your Instagram account, and I showed you a few different ways to do that, including how to search for popular hashtags manually right inside the Instagram platform, plus where to find a very personalized list of trending hashtags on specific topics, which is something that Brand24 can help you with. So this week we are following up with just a few more hashtag tips for Instagram, including which hashtags to avoid, like banned hashtags, and which hashtags to help you grow your Instagram profile. That's in addition to trending hashtags, that is. So let's start with the positive. Trending hashtags are great. They make sure that your Instagram posts get maximum exposure, since these are pretty popular and people are actively using them. Community hashtags, however, will make sure that your Instagram posts get maximum engagement, because these are built on strong communities of Instagrammers who are they're really interested in those topics. So there are two ways to find good community hashtags on Instagram. The first method is by following Instagram influencers who are highly active in your industry or niche. This way you can observe the hashtags that they use and just see which ones generate the most engagement. So you'll probably find that most influencers will not stuff their posts with the maximum 30 hashtags, and the ones that they do use tend to be less broad. Like an influential health food blogger might not use the hashtag food, instead opting for tags like clean eating or healthy eating. So these are exactly the kind of community hashtags that we're talking about. Hashtags that are a bit more specific and that often tend to get real comments and generate discussions. So I am going to throw a link down below in the video description to a blog post that shows you how to identify Instagram influencers for your brand or niche, so you will find some good tips there. The second way to find good community hashtags on Instagram, well, it feels like the next natural step after this. So once you've identified the Instagram influencers who are really active in your niche and you've made a list of the hashtags that they use, next you want to take a closer look at their followers, especially at the hashtags that their followers use. Remember, the reason that you're following these particular Instagram influencers is because they're super active in your space, which makes their target audience your target audience. So looking at the hashtags that their audience uses is a really good way to find even more community hashtags, so that you can start to engage these people through your content and your Instagram profile. Besides using trending hashtags and community hashtags to grow your Instagram account, there are definitely some hashtags that you want to avoid using, like banned hashtags. So tagging your Instagram account with banned hashtags can prevent people from seeing your post or even get your account blocked. Instagram doesn't really have an official list of banned hashtags, so you need to just check this manually. This is a recent list of banned hashtags that members of the Instagram community have compiled. Some of these are pretty self-explanatory, like hashtag eggplant, but even something as innocent as hashtag happy Thanksgiving can get banned just because it was getting flooded with so much spam content. So Insta can ban hashtags permanently or temporarily, so it's possible that a hashtag could be broken one day and then start to work normally the next. But it's always a good idea to check real quick before you start tagging your posts, or you could end up using a hashtag that will hide your posts from everybody else. Luckily, it's really easy to check for banned hashtags. Just go to the Instagram search bar and enter the hashtag that you want to check. If no results show up, you might be looking at a banned hashtag. And here's an important tip. So even if the hashtag does appear to be active, make sure you double check by tapping on it. Since Instagram can ban a hashtag temporarily, as I mentioned earlier, you might find that older posts with that hashtag are still visible while new posts are getting blocked, and we don't want to get blocked. Anyway, these are just a few quick hashtag tips for Instagram. Remember to use trending hashtags to get more exposure for your account, community hashtags to boost engagement, and to avoid using any banned hashtags because it can make your Instagram posts impossible to find or even get your Instagram profile blocked. And don't forget to check out the video description down below to find a few more Instagram tips. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comment section. And if you have found this video helpful, feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, where I will be sharing tips on how you can do even more in social media and digital marketing each week. Thanks again. I hope you learned something new, and I'll see you next time. Bye.